Hi, and welcome back to Let's Win XCOM Long War. I'm Phwop, and this is my Project Nemesis series. This will be the first mission where I actually have Project Nemesis 1.0 installed. I do have some scheduled videos since one second, I just realized I should change. I am currently uploading. Well, you'll have seen the release preview before you see this video. Let's put it like that. It is, of course, the same day for me. I do have videos planned out in advance, or scheduled in advance. Alright, so we shot down this thingamabobber. Let's take a look at our barracks. Oh yeah, we got pretty did up in that one mission, didn't we? It's cool. It's cool. I can expect more of that since the enemies are all studlier now. Just a quick note, if you didn't catch the Nemesis Overhaul 1.0 release preview video that is in this playlist, should be publishing on Labor Day. A couple notes. One is heavier armors tend to give you hardened now, including the tack armor. Analysis modules now add 16% crit chance. Scopes give squad sight, and assault rifle or heavier weapons do have a tiny bit of squad sight. Battle rifles actually have a maximum range equivalent to that of marksman rifles, but of course marksman rifles don't weigh anything. Battle rifles do weigh. Marksman rifles don't have a penalty after you move. Battle rifles do, but battle rifles don't have a problem with close enemies. So they're basically the same rifle, just a little bit different. Same model, different variant. Let's see, anything else really you should know? Oh, flanked enemies, the flanking critical bonus is 30%, not 50. To offset that, the ballistic and Gauss shotguns have been given 10% additional crit chance, and breacher ammunition. Oh, I also changed the names here. Recoil dampeners. Nice. Breacher ammo, which is available to assaults and now sleepers, gives an additional 12% crit chance. Also, recoil dampeners, crit chance. Oh no, it's the same. Anyway, you can get more of that crit chance back from items, but when you're flanking, expect flanking to be more like a opportunity and less like a guarantee that someone's going to get murdered, both you and the enemy. I like to think of it as soon as they know their cover's gone or they've been flanked, they start moving back into cover, and so they're not nearly as exposed as if they were just standing still, which is of course what is graphically represented. Okay, what are we building? We got a lab, we're excavating. We should be able to build a gene lab soon if we save up enough money. We will have the power for that. We do of course want a satellite uplink because we are taking over Asia with our next satellite. Oh yeah, I forgot we got shot down. We do have one satellite up and running, one on the way. I think I'm just gonna wait to launch that. Alright, laser cannon. That should do for any of the low-level dudes. I did make... yeah, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, So that's it. So besides that, you're just going to see a lot more variation on enemies. You're going to want to focus on actually getting the autopsies done.
I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
So I'm going to want sectoid autopsy pretty soon now. And I've got new interceptors coming in and a bunch of cool equipment. Alright, let's go on this mission. Also, outsiders are more capable than before. Before they were just a pile of raw stats. Now, they're more than that. You're probably going to want more scopes. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I do, of course, want to push Van Dorn up to the point where I can... Is there anyone else I can promote? Oh. Well, that's nice. Let's save the promotion since it is an instantaneous little boost in power that we can use. Should I wait for this laser rifle array? No, we have plenty. Alright, we want Van Dorn. Rocketeer because enemies are brutal these days. I think it's a small. Let's bring Rebecca. She could use some XP. What do I need here? Who's gravely wounded? Alright, I've got two gravely wounded, or I've got two heavily wounded sleepers and a command. So I need to start training up some sleepers. So let's bring... What kind of command are you? You're the light grenadier, I believe. Vigilant, surgeon... Surgeon. Let's train up another vigilant. Sleeper. What is Gypsy? Gypsy's fast. I wish you could see the perks. Oh, you haven't even chosen anything, just specialist. That one's fast. An attack sleeper? Sure, let's go with an assault sleeper. Also pleasantly psi resistant. Who else is wounded? A lot of assaults out. Classes up here. Let's get another gunner in the fray. Actually, this is pretty solid infantry. And let's bring a sniper. Anyone with a lot of fatigue? No. Fatigue timer's all really short here. Okay, let's see. The Sentinel Sniper benefits an incredible amount from using the Stiletto Beam Array with its Vigilant boost. I have renamed a lot of perks in Nemesis Overhaul, partly because the aliens get them now. You do want extended magazines to go with this, and a scope never hurt. It does prevent scopes. I mean, scopes could give other people squad sight, but like actually, marksman scope now gives what was precision shot, now bullseye. But you have to have squad sight to use that, so you need the regular scope too. I only have so many scopes. Let's make items available. What are you? Hit and run. Yeah, with hit and run, let's go ahead and do the scope, marksman scope combo. We'll take the slash beam array with flush. We'll be wanting something. I'll note that between the tack armor and the phalanx armor, you don't actually get more health. What you do get is 4 additional defense, 0.1% more damage reduction. They both have hardened, but when you add in bastion rigging, you get more health from the phalanx armor than you do from the tack armor. So that's what you get. Deal with it. Okay, here we have a sleeper. No particular special traits. She is quite accurate. Let's give her the heavy laser and a scope, because the squad sight should give the heavy laser array the actual range of a marksman scope, which is just fantastic. And let's go with high capacity magazines. Alright, here, phalanx armor. We are already uber fast. Means we can carry this laser rifle array. Yeah, we've got all the explosives everyone needs. To keep the squad nice and safe. Light machine gun. I made the light machine gun have a tiny bit of squad sight range. The heavy cannon's range remains the same, equivalent to a marksman rifle. Junction beam, phalanx armor. Also, the attack armor is a little bit faster than it was. Not as fast as the attack vest, of course, but a little bit faster. He's already got steadfast. If I won't bring that, I want extended magazines. No, we're not bringing the junction beam. Let's do bring the heavy cannon though, as we're starting to run into enemies with a lot that you need something tough against. And the recoil damper should make that really painful when it hits. We do have killer instinct, but that's not going to help this build in any way. Phalanx armor. Laser reflex array is very accurate. This guy's just going to carry smoke for us. This infantry, let's take a laser rifle. You know what, let's actually put this loadout on our infantry who can reload. We'll just take a regular old laser rifle here. Slow but tough. Medic. Where's my scope, yo? Yeah, so the weapon ranges, mostly your attack range has been increased. Your reaction range should remain the same. Laser and pulse weapons ranges have not been increased, but ballistic, Gauss, and plasma do have better ranges. Is there anyone I want to put that heater on? Nope. Everyone's so slow. I am bringing a med kit. You know what? Let's actually bring another med kit. Because getting wounded is far more likely now. Alright, so one note about this setup. So scopes do weigh 1. Marksman scopes do not. Alloy bipods do weigh 1 and give a crit chance, but are basically also give you bullseye. So scouts get earlier access to bullseye, although since they can't use the full-size sniper rifle, it doesn't give them extra critical chance and damage. It only gives them occasional infinite range shots. So I think it evens out quite nicely. Scouts can have it for less weight and sooner, but snipers get the damagey version. Or they can take marksman rifles in the infinite range one. Dude. Okay. Alright, everyone's wearing their shinies. Everyone's equipped with something awesome. This recoil dampers here are awesome. +1 damage to ballistic weapons, plus 8% crit chance, and killer instinct, which helps with those shotguns. So I think this is maybe it's a crashed medium? Small?
The next deployment site is in the UK. The
Crash small.
in a sparsely populated area,
So we're bringing some youngins.
Centers. We can secure the site with limited danger to the civilians in the area.
So yeah, one reminder, we're going to see a lot more alien variation. Cyberdiscs and Berserkers, if they show up, I have not modified yet. All the other basic enemies from Muton down, I have. I'm not saying the modifications are all final, but they're there. You're going to want to use F1 a lot more.
Loud and clear, Big Sky. We'll
Alright.
from here.
One thing you don't want to do anymore is engage the outsider early. Outsiders are kind of designed to be self-sufficient, and basically they're designed to last until help can arrive. Although they are no longer guaranteed to have regeneration, it is quite likely. And they're just brutal. Now note that outsiders, you don't need an autopsy to look at their perks, so I suggest you take a look at every outsider every time, lest you find yourself, yeah, in some serious shit, I suppose is.
I'm rolling.
Okay, steady weapon will let me land rockets whenever I need to. We do have low profile. Do we have snapshot? We do not, but there is no high cover to be had here anyway.
Okay.
Affirmative.
We really don't want him to get flanked. We really want her to be able to flank. Remember, the heavy laser rifle has built-in suppression capabilities.
Moving.
We'll put our command there.
Бегу.
Got it covered.
Alright, I hear mutons. Remember, he has a heavy cannon now, so he is not the most maneuverable of the bunch.
Ясно. А вот и они.
Oh, exciting. Alright. So the drone hits me. I don't panic, of course, because I am to boss. I mean neural damping, that is. That is why I use this one. You note the low damage they do? That is my mod. Working the way it should. However, the crit is enough to get through my damage reduction, which is 2. 2.3 actually. Thanks to Ally Matrix painting. Alright, our heaviest damage is going to come from this weapon. Plus I can put hollow targeting on this, but he also has the hollow targeting suppression, which is so good. We're gonna suppress with the heavy rifle if I can.
Okay.
Maybe the ranges aren't working the way I want. We'll see. Can, of course, use Bullseye to take that infinite range shot. You do lose 20% crit when you're at squad sight ranges, but of course you get to stay nice and safe at squad sight ranges. So this is what the heavy cannon was made for. Still kind of pitiful damage.
We have eyes on the target. Clouds away.
Okay, we do want to take out these drones somehow.
Going hot.
I can't think of anything better than shredding these guys.
Now this is gonna hurt.
And by shredding, I mean ruined. Note that it did 5 damage. Thanks to heat. Unfortunately. And if I'd hit it with that first, it would have closed up. Though it might have been worth it. We're just gonna try and kill this as the drones are not shredded. There is our infinite range shot, exceeding the normal range. and does a little damage to the drones too. Now, unfortunately for us, drones have more hit points and they have damage control. So those drones just became much more damage resistant, so it's not worth overwatching against them. Van Dorn does have ready for anything, so he gets a shot. Note the drone's high damage reduction. Everyone nails it, even though Van Dorn only had a 29% chance. With advanced fire control, our Sentinel Sniper's chances are really good, despite the high damage reduction. So doing light damage to a drone, usually you want to hit them hard initially because of their high DR, and you'll note they have repair servos these days. Which is of course just what you wanted them to have. So you'll want to be using those heavier.
We have eyes on the target.
Those heavier attacks against them. Oh, we don't have lock and load yet. Another good reason to have. Some HE charges on hand.
Moving.
We're gonna move and reload.
On the move.
Just gonna pull back a bit here, actually. Now note, if you hit it while it's repairing, it does reduce the amount of repairing it can actually do. Whew, damage reduction. However, you do keep the damage control active for that much longer. Van Dorn is trying his best.
Negative.
The drone is derping hard. Alright, so it's out of repairs.
I'm not sure how long I can maintain this. We have eyes on the target.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Okay, we're gonna take this shot. Come on.
Merda, il nemico è ancora vivo.
Some,
Ci penso io. Без патронов тут делать нечего. Еще дергается.
I don't know what she said, but I think she's pissed.
Good to go.
Oh, come on guys, really?
Missed the target.
I'm rolling. Out of the game.
Ugh, drones.
That's affirmative.
Okay, well that was a good pod to get out of the way. And we can position our heavy weapon for whatever's coming. We hope. Okay, Van Dorn can move to that cover and reload. Sounds good to me.
Слушаюсь.
Heading there now. Approaching target now. Weapons
Stin
out.
magazine's working really well for me, as
Перезарядилась.
they let Van Dorn take 3 turns of ready for anything without having an issue. Generally wherever, if you want to flank and use your hit and run a lot, you want to be wherever your squad isn't.
Moving. Reloaded.
If they're going one way, you want to be branching out to the side to flank whoever they encounter, but there's only so much of that you can do. We are going to steady weapon that isn't infantry, so she doesn't have a problem reloading. I think our sniper here is doing just fine. She does have ammo trouble. We're not going to go further than anyone else has, but I would like to be close.
Sentite.
I don't think those sounds were actually related.
Ну уже, давай. On the move.
Okay.
Ricevuto.
Good. Good.
Confirmed coordinates.
And what's true for marksmen is also true for snipers. We definitely want, if we encounter a pod here and they move in this way on us, we'd love to be able to snipe them from the side. If we encounter seekers, though, we might have to bunch up.
Rolling out.
Hauling ass.
I'd love to get this meld canister.
Уже иду. Heading to that location.
It seems to be so far away. That
On my way.
I kind of don't think that cyber disc was the one guarding it.
Roger that. Rubber's on the road and the kids are in the back seat.
Okay, our range might be getting a little ridiculous for that sniper. They do have excellent Overwatch range, but not that excellent.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Mi sto muovendo. Di nuovo pronta.
We'll just go ahead and reload her.
sentite?
She's not going to be able to use her Overwatch abilities at that range.
Я пошла. Вижу добычу.
Affirmative.
I'm on the move.
Okay, we're making a nice slow movement up there. I don't want to go too far over here in case we encounter mutons and then we're all like flanked and stuff.
On the move. Я пошла.
Let's get her up their front and then heavy cover.
Headed there now. On Overwatch.
At this point, I think it's safer to just stay here. Alright. Hopefully this meld is going to last.
Направляюсь на точку. On my way.
Okay, we need someone a little bit faster. There we go. That is the boundary of the map,
Headed there now.
so there's no one over there. So now we're going to collapse this way towards that road. The heavy laser and the heavy cannon should have identical ranges. I'm curious to try that out. Because I might need to add something else too.
That's affirmative.
Double time it.
Okay. We're gonna opt for position over defense. If only I had low profile.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Направляюсь на точку. Avanzo alla posizione. Azione in corso. Cosa sta?
That one may be the mutons. Okay, let's not forget to grab our juicy prize.
Moving to position.
I'm gonna move on the far side of this
Got the goods.
so that I can move farther afterwards, although we're gonna wait.
Мчусь туда. Headed there now.
Okay, perfect position for her.
Confirmed coordinates.
Let's shift back towards our sniper a bit.
Target confirmed. On our way.
Moving.
I don't normally leave my units out of cover, but when I do...
Vado.
I'm gonna shift around here.
Avanzo alla posizione. Already there.
Okay, less of a risky move than it seems because of this high cover, blocking your vision.
Бегу.
This is still an optimum position to encounter whatever from.
In motion.
Moving to position. Got it covered.
Sì, signor comandante. Mi metto in movimento. Cosa diavolo è stato?
Okay, mutons in the woods up here.
That's affirmative.
If you can do that,
Affirmative.
he can probably do this. Now we did not move our command last, but heavy weapons placement.
Mi metto in movimento.
We'll scooch over. I'm just gonna leave right there.
Affermativo.
We're gonna scooch down. Overwatch is not a thing for that sniper at the moment. The rest of the squad's too far away.
Бегу.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Alright.
За дело.
Out front, noob. Nothing. Scout.
Okay.
It could have moved back in there.
Vado. Headed there now.
If we can take the high ground, let's.
Rubber's on the road and the kids are in the back seat.
Target confirmed. On our way.
Hello? Who's out there?
Come on, mutons. It's like crouching tiger, hidden muton up in here.
Я в пути. Okay.
Seriously?
Moving.
Well, we have covered pretty much the entire place here.
Double time it.
If they're not over to the right, they're probably up in that ship. Last place we really want them, but
Vado.
this should be a good position if the range changes I'm making are working properly. You know, against enemies in the ship, this is a pretty good position. And we'll even have Overwatch if we need it.
Gen 4.
Heading out.
Got a nice pincer formation.
Я в пути. I'm rolling. Contact.
Okay, there you go. Hint, hint. Floaters may or may not have concealment. Oops. Not what I meant to do.
Taking fire over here.
Note also, this floater has body shield.
Adjusting aim. Taking fire over here.
And that was actually counter strike. Okay, he doesn't have the range. He doesn't have the range. You just drop down and hide.
Confirm coordinates.
Position you here. So Counter-Strike, once known as Vengeance.
I'm on the move.
Once known as... So we can't aim, but we do have that marksman scope. Totally gonna take this infinite range shot.
Damn it. Mi muevo. Soy yo.
No point in moving, far too far away.
I'm on it, Commander.
Let's just step back.
On
Provide a little bit of Overwatch depth. Might be able to snipe that Muton in the back. That would be nice. Ouch. There we took 1 damage. Let's check our sniper first. No?
Sí, señor comandante.
Okay, we did take 1 wound point. Don't have the range. He does, but only for the 1 target.
Mi muevo.
Pretty sure I should have range there. Something might be screwed up about that.
Drinks are on me. We have eyes on the target.
Damage is real.
Heading to that location.
Gonna pull back. Ooh, dangerously so. Forgot about Overwatch.
Moving.
Let's just pull back here and get medikitted up. Let's go ahead and pop a smoke on these two.
Smoke's in the air.
Outsiders are brutal, but there's only 1 of them, and we have 2 suppressors. So let's make sure they're in good shape.
Okay. Acción en curso. Смотрю внимательно.
See what the Muton does.
Time to motor.
Okay, doesn't appear to be on Overwatch.
Mi muevo.
Sniper. Can't call that one in, huh? Heavy cannon can't step to the side. Let's take a look at this guy. Unity. You'll notice Unity, all aliens on all UFO maps will have 5 extra will and 5 extra defense. I'd say this is granted by the command pod, except that there is no there's no way to get rid of it, so it's just all UFO maps, Unity. So it looks like he has squad sight, suppression, danger zone, adaptive lensing, Quick Draw, Hardened, Blood Call, Intimidate, and Combined Arms. It's not too bad. Could be a lot worse. We're gonna suppress since he's out in the open. We'll get the Opportunists. We'll give our heavy cannon a chance to get in position. How can we not see him? Oh, whatever. We're gonna take some shots. Presumably we didn't panic.
Mi sto muovendo. I'm rolling. Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Moving to Overwatch.
57% chance isn't the best in the world, but
Stand by.
Opportunist nails him. Remember that perks make you fight, are basically fighting smarter, not better.
On the move. Let's do this.
Okay.
Bangs out.
When you love us. Rock and roll.
Moving to designated position.
Mi dirigo a quella posizione. I'm rolling. We're green to go.
Just taking a moment.
Dirigo a quella posizione. Diamoci dentro.
To reload and position ourselves.
Слушаюсь. Становится жарковато.
Alright. There is the bad boy himself. Alright, note he's got body shield up against this guy. Lone Wolf, currently bringing it. Unity, body shield. Also, Danger Zone, ready for anything. Close Combat Specialist, Regenerator, Muscle Fiber Density, Concealment, Vigilant, reaction fire suffers no aim penalty, body, and Esprit de Corps. That is why everyone has Unity. Even killing the outsider will not remove Unity. That's just how it is. How is that possible, Van Doren? Well, we can at least give Unity a chance. Okay. See about our sniper? Nothing?
Di corsa.
It's alright. This guy can see the alien, which pleasantly means
Спешу. Ci penso io.
this one can suppress him.
Forza.
Drop bombs. Let's see if we can just outright destroy that cover. We have so many grenades. Does look like... yep, exposed now.
Heading to that location.
Really?
On my way.
How?
Got it. On Overwatch.
Yes, yes. Remember, being exposed isn't nearly as bad as it was.
Out of ammo here.
He's gonna make a run for it. And we nailed him.
Frito.
Commander.
See, they're not
the
that
operation
bad.
was a success.
6 aliens killed, and that was... a good introduction. Nothing too terrible. Did get 1 wound on our Vandal. Specialist becomes a Lance Corporal. We can decide on this later. Another Corpsman wouldn't hurt, as mediciness is... oh, we got a flight computer, nice. Number of goodies. Cyberdisc rec included. Nothing to do here. Xenogenetics. Sell these. I kind of wish there were council requests for damaged. Satellite transfer. Gotta remember to launch that France satellite before the end of the month. Aircraft boosters coming online.
Contact detected.
Small scout coming in low. Going in aggressive, you got it.
Engaging bogey.
Need to take it out.
Nearing strike range.
Alright. Another scout down. Thankfully, we have research scouts, so we're getting maximum alloys from this for now. And that cash should help us build a gene lab. Gene labs do have a laboratory. Oh no, we're gonna need a lot. We're gonna save up money for a satellite and interceptor rush. I forgot. The interceptors we can actually pay for with next month's salary, as we can launch the satellites at the very end of the month over Asia for the bonus. And they will be safe until our payday, but we will get all that extra money. Okay, let's see who we got. Can't really hope for it to be as easy as the last one, can we? And we do have time. We don't have 4 days though. It would be nice to have that Kim grenade. Do I have other Kim grenades? Oh. I was waiting to build that, wasn't I? Shredder ammo, alloy bipod. Stim grenade. Did I skip breaching and armor piercing? Definitely want armor piercing. These drones are driving me nuts. Breaching 28. I would like one of those as well. I'm gonna need. Let's see, drone wrecks are needed for some of the UFO boosters. I think 2 breaching ammo is going to be fine. Alright, that wraps up the goodies that we really wanted. And what officer are we going to take here? 2 hours. We'll take this Vigilant. That's good, though Van Dorn really helped here, and as we've seen, cyber discs can pop up. So we should probably take a hammer as well. Alright guys, that's it for the first Nemesis Overhaul episode. So yeah, mod's actually in action. You see the perks. I don't think the perks, they don't really add brute power mostly to enemies. They add tactical consideration. So do use F1, do autopsy, do pay attention, consider hardened versus low profile. It basically means that hardened are going to be much more resistant to critical hits, especially even when in cover. You're still significantly likely to get did up if you stand out in the open, so don't think hardened will save you. But with enough DR and hardened, you can definitely take hits from pretty much all the aliens. Now, the aliens who have heavy weapons, like cyber discs, mechtoids, muton elites, they still have a, their standard chance to hit, and they're incredibly high base damage. So watch out for those. You're just gonna have to be careful, suppress smoke to avoid getting hit. Some weapons still are kind of instant deathy, but most of the troops you encounter are gonna have more of this miss, graze, heavy damage dynamic going on. Alright, that's it for this episode. Till next time, farewell.